What's up, Scorpio? This is going to be your weekly reading. So this is going to be for the 14th through the 20th. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Risings, or any other placements of Scorpio. This may resonate with you. You guys know the deal. I don't have to tell you. If something resonates with you, you'll know it. If it doesn't, leave it behind. I don't have to go through that whole spill. So before I get into the reading, I'm going to just ground our energy and center our energy. I'm going to use my meditation bells. I'm going to chime the bells 4 times. So with each chime, you guys can either breathe in, breathe out. You guys can count down, whatever you want to do. Visualize yourself being grounded, whatever. Okay, so all right. So let's go ahead and get into this reading. I'm going to start with the oracle messages. Now, some of these messages may be very specific. So if it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate. But if it does, you know which parts will resonate with you and which parts don't. So let's see. Scorpio energies for the week. What are the oracle messages before I get into the tarot? What are the oracle messages for Scorpio? Hashtag. This card comes out a lot. Sushi. El Sushi. Dick pics. Who's getting dick pics up in here? Web design. That comes out quite a bit. Gentrification. So, also, you guys might want to check your other signs in your chart so you can have a little more in-depth or clarity about your week. So, all right. So some of you guys may be very good at graphic design and things like that. You may work in the food industry for some of you. Some of you guys may work somehow in the sex industry or something like that. Maybe you do, like, I don't know, adult websites, or some of you guys may be, I don't know, I'm getting photography. I'm also getting something about Halloween as well. So there could be like some sort of sexy Halloween party, or like could be a restaurant or something like that. I'm also getting a potential date. Like you might get an offer to go out on a date, and it could be at a sushi bar or some sort of Japanese restaurant or something like that. Also getting with this gentrification card, I'm not really picking anything up with the meaning of that. It's more so the person on the card. It could be like an older person I'm speaking to, or an older male that may ask some of you guys out. And it could be someone you met online. Very well could be a dating site. I'm also seeing, like, for some it's like a no-go. Like you're like, no, I'm not going out with you. For some of you, you will take this offer. I just get maybe this person is a little bit older than you. Some of you may like that. This person could be 7 years older than you, maybe 16 years older than you. For others, you guys have been in the business, whatever it is. You guys could, like I said, be graphic designers, things like that. Maybe you guys have been in this business for quite some time. Some of you may also be turned off because you might get some inappropriate pictures sent to you. I feel like that could go both ways, because the sushi card can technically be, lady parts, and the D pic, I feel for some of you this may be unwanted, and it could be from some older person or something like that. I don't know why I'm getting that, but if you feel weird vibes from someone, if this is a person that wants to ask you out on a date and you get some weird vibe from them, I probably wouldn't go out with them, because they could be a little bit of a creeper, a perv to be exact. But showcase your work more often. If you guys do work web design, or you're some sort of graphic designer or whatever, showcase your work more online. The hashtag makes me think more of Instagram and Twitter. based social media account. So, I mean, it could be Facebook and stuff like that. Maybe there's a photography website that you go to or something, or you might want to check out. But that's what I'm getting. All right, so let's go ahead and tap into the tarot messages and see what's going on. What are the energies surrounding Scorpio for this week? Scorpio. Oh, this card tried to come out. Okay, the Page of Cups and the Two of Swords came out. Okay. Whoa, okay. Seven of Wands was like, take me. It flipped out the deck like it was like about to dive in a pool. The High Priestess, the Star. Your cards are like, come on, any day now. Hangman, Page of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. So let's see what's going on with you, because you have some court cards here. You have two pages. So pages are usually, I almost said user. Somebody, users, okay. Someone, for some of you, this could be people specifically. The pages can be younger individuals. So you have a water sign and you have a fire sign that could be of a young age. You also have a feminine fire sign, the Queen of Wands. Does not necessarily have to be that this is a fire sign person or woman per se, but it could be specific to some of you, okay? But the pages, like I said, these represent messengers usually, or something being initiated. So keep that in mind. Okay, give me 1 second, you guys. I had to let my cat back in the room. Okay, so yeah, like I said, pages can represent a messenger or some sort of initiation in the beginning. So the Page of Cups starts the reading, and I feel like this is definitely about some sort of message. It could be of a heartfelt message. I feel some of you guys may be like, well, I don't know. I'm getting past energy for some of you, that this could represent like a situation in the past where they're, because you are a water sign, so this could be you initiating this message. I feel some of you guys may be thinking about a past situation. You may be thinking about reaching out to someone. Now, by no means does this necessarily have to be about romantic situations. You know, take what resonates, because it's going to be different for everybody. So, you know, but the thing is, I feel like it's a heartfelt message, and it's something about the past, and you may feel like something is deferred, or it's just like a goal or desire is just kind of like it's run its course, or it's no longer to be explored, but there's something in your heart that is thinking about it. And I do feel like it's a feeling, and if it's not a past situation, this could be like something, an emotion, or just the thought of reaching out to someone is something that you're not able to fully escape. It's like it constantly it's something that constantly picks at you, you know? So that's what I'm seeing with the Page of Cups. The Two of Swords, it's like, I do get that you may be back and forth in your mind about some things. If it's not the situation with the Page of Cups, it's definitely something that's causing you to go back and forth. But I do feel with the Page of Wands being right underneath the Two of Swords, I do feel like it relates to that Page of Cups energy. Like, should you take the action? Should you initiate this? You know, because this is definitely about taking some sort of guided action, being courageous about it, being carefree about the action you take. But I do see that you're in your head about it. You're back and forth. There's a part of you that's like, it's a good idea. You want to go in the closet? It's a good idea. I should do it. And then there's a part of you that's like, no, I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should do it or not. it's like there's reasons why you should do it and there's reasons why you should not. That's where you're at in your mind, I feel, for the most part. Because I feel like with the Seven of Wands as well, there's also just a lot of there could be different things holding you back. If this is not reaching out to a person, then this could be going after something that you just want to do. Maybe you want to share a poem. Maybe you want to share your work online and you're second guessing yourself, or you want to share something with family and friends, or it's something that's heartfelt, and it may be like you tapping into your inner child, you know, just being carefree about it, lighthearted, and it's something within you that's blocking it. You're not allowing yourself to move forward with it because of these potential fears and blockages and doubts. And I feel some of these things may stem from childhood as well, because there's something about your inner child that's being tapped into and is causing you to kind of question yourself if you should do it. That inner child is like still there, like the things that how you may have counted yourself out, or someone else made you feel like you couldn't do something, so you kind of carry that energy within. So this is definitely helping you to confront these things. There's something about the number 7, because I noticed it in your other spread too. So there's something about the number 7 that may resonate with you. Sevens, you know, typically for me represent something to be aware of, pay attention to. Divinity can also represent our crown chakra, so our higher consciousness. So yeah, I feel also this full moon, because we're still under the influence of the Aries full moon as I'm recording this on the 14th. So the Aries full moon could be affecting you somewhere in your chart. So you might want to check where Aries is at in your chart specifically. But I'm noticing these 2 full moons in the Page of Cups and in the 7 of Wands. So by you following your heart, it's definitely you standing in this power position and stepping into your divinity to overcome these little annoyances or these fears. So the High Priestess, I feel like this is an inevitable energy. What's inevitable is that you have to trust your intuition, and in some sort of way Spirit is going to push you to do that. You know, the High Priestess, she's the keeper of the secret. She represents the occult. She represents the Akashic records. She represents, you know, a highly intuitive, highly in touch, divine feminine energy that's intuitively aware, intuitively in touch with herself. She's wearing red. So I feel the red can represent like the menstrual cycle of a woman and how it represents the moon, and she's standing on the moon. So it's like a cycle. You may be on your cycle if you're a woman. So your intuition may be very heightened around this time, but it's also that this could represent some sort of initiation into tapping into your spiritual gifts. That this isn't what you think it's about, if that makes sense. Like you might think, oh, I'm reaching out to a friend that I had a falling out with, and Spirit is like, well, that's what you think it's about. But in some way, it's helping you to strengthen your spiritual gifts, your inner knowing, to overcome these challenges that you have within self. So the star is also another important energy because it's a major arcana card. The star represents there's something that you're walking towards that's in alignment with your truth, and maybe you walked away for some reason. You've walked away from a passion, you walked away from a desire or a goal. Does not necessarily mean that the desire or the goal itself is, so say for instance, let's go back to people, because when we talk about our desires, we think that our desires is a person specifically, but it's the essence that if you go down deep enough, it's not really the person that you desire that essence of something with that person. It's not really the person or that job or that career. It's the essence of what you're doing. It's not necessarily, I want to be a pop star. Like, yeah, that might be something, but why do you want to be a pop star? Because you love to sing, you love to write. So it's not so much about the thing, it's the essence of it, if that makes sense. So with the Hangman here, again, this can also represent sacrifices. This represents initiation. It also represents being in a position to see things differently. So it's kind of like surrender. It's you might be put in a position where you have to, I feel like this is inevitable again because this is another major arcana. Like this is something that is like, this is divine orchestration. So in this position, it's kind of like you'll be put in a place where you have no choice but to confront and face this heart energy with the Page of Cups. It's also right next to the Page of Wands. So it's kind of like you can't escape whatever this is because there's something that you're being guided to act upon and follow. It's not necessarily that you have to do it, but there's something that is calling you to pay attention to what you're feeling and what may be holding you back from acting on your feelings or your desires or your intuition, your guidance. So it's like you may have to give up something. So say it's pride, say it's your fear, say it's the possibility of looking stupid to other people. You know, whatever it is, it's like you're put in this position where you have to look at things from a different perspective, almost to a point where you don't give a fuck because not everybody is going to agree with what you want, or not everybody is going to fall in line with it. Not always are we going to get the guy or the girl or that specific job, but that doesn't mean that we won't get what it is that we truly desire. It's like, if that makes sense. So the Page of Wands is here, and I feel like the Page of Wands, again, falling into the Queen of Wands, you don't know, but you're looking at yourself as a page, but you're actually the queen, meaning that you're perceiving yourself and walking in this energy of a page, if I don't know, and maybe even still carrying that inner child wound because this little imp, the little devil, is like behind him pulling at his clothing. So it's like this little inner demon or shadow is pulling at you, and it's making you feel very small. And these are the things that you're having to address, because here they are here in the Seven of Wands. So you have to confront these things one by one, right? But I'm seeing the Queen of Wands is actually who you are in this position and where you're at. And I feel like it's calling you to something, it's pushing you, and you don't see that you've actually elevated in a high level, that you're in a position where you're able to take action, or where you are courageous enough to do it, but you're perceiving yourself a little bit smaller than that. So the Queen of Wands can also represent an influential person around you. This could be also, like I said, the Aries full moon. You know, Aries is fire. So the Queen of Wands can represent that essence of the full moon. And I also get that when you're in this position, if you're able to see your power, the more and more as you tackle these inner shadows about yourself and you start listening to yourself, the more you see how these shadows actually serve you for your highest good, that they actually push you to your inner strength, your courage, your creativity, your passion, whatever, how they actually push you to that. Even if it's in a tough, loving way, it still serves you. Okay, you can't find the light without walking through the shadows. So that's what this is, I feel. And then for some of you specifically, it could be a fire sign person that is influencing this energy somehow. But the Three of Swords is here. So I feel like you're optimistic about the fact that you're overcoming something, and you may feel that you could possibly mend something. So say, for instance, it isn't a past relationship, a friendship, a love, an ex or something, a family fallout or something. You feel like you might be able to make amends with something, or a passion that you lost faith and hope in, and there's this part of you that knows that you can make some sort of positive shift in this when it comes to the heart. Maybe this is extending an apology to someone, or whatever the case may be. You know that it's healing, but there's also this fear that it's going to bring some sense of heartache or disappointment, or maybe even rejection. So that's your fear. But with the Ten of Swords, I do see that potentially what's going to happen is there is going to be an ending, and it may be an ending to this Three of Swords energy, because these two swords surround each other. So I feel like it will be an ending of that, plus also an ending of this Two of Swords, this back and forth energy. You'll have that clarity that you need. And bats, the swords in this deck are the bats. So bats represent initiation. They represent new beginnings. So this whole process is to help you elevate in some aspect within yourself first and foremost. But of course, it could be within relationships or within your career or something. But I'm getting more so with self. And this is due all to communication. This is tackling and battling those thoughts, because you have some of the challenging swords in the deck. So I feel like this is overcoming that. So I hope that resonates. Before we get into the love reading, the signs that are here, you have the Two of Swords, which is Libra, as well as the Three of Swords is a Libra card. Ten of Swords is Gemini. The Hangman is Pisces. Sometimes I see the High Priestess as Pisces, but it's more of a Cancer energy. Seven of Wands is a Leo energy. The Star is Aquarian. The Page and the Queen of Wands are fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Page of Cups is water energy. Sometimes I associate it with Pisces specifically, but it can also be Cancer and Scorpio, of course. So let's get into the love messages. I'm going to use my relationship oracle card. I'm going to pull one card from this deck. Keep in mind, not everybody's love situation, status, or whatever is the same. So please only take what may resonate with you in your situation. Okay. What is the love energies for Scorpio? What is the love energies for Scorpio for this week? Thank you. Spiritual connection in May. So there could be something significant about the month of May. There's something about a spiritual connection. I'm going to keep that one out. All right. If you guys are interested in any of my decks, by the way, the link in the description box will be available to all 4 of my decks if you are interested. Or 5? Is it 4 or 5? I'm slow. 4 decks. 4 decks. Also, if you guys want to take advantage of a reading special I have going on, it's available all October long, which is my spooky sale. So my spooky sale, I have some discount prices on some of my most popular readings, as well as some exclusive readings at a discounted price. The spooky sale information, I have posted about it in my community section on my channel, so you guys can check that out. And I've also posted a video about it recently if you guys want to check that out. Any other readings with me, you guys can visit my website. The link will also be in the description box. Just be sure that once you do purchase a reading that you guys email me to set up a booking date and time if a time is needed for your type of reading. Any questions you might have about my readings or my availability, feel free to email me. I am not available on weekends nor holidays, with the exception of emergency readings. So please wait until the next business day for me to contact you back. All right. All right, Scorpio, spiritual connection. What is this energy about this week for the Scorpios? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Risings, Venus, 6th house, 7th house, Scorpios. If you guys are asking about a partner or lover or what have you, be sure to check out their signs as well. Their zodiac, their, their Sun, Moons, Risings, their Venus signs, which represents the love aspect of their chart, the 6th and the 7th house, what sign is in that placement, if you have access to that information, of course. So it just gives you a little more clarity. All right, so you have the 10 of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Wands again, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Cups in reverse. You have a lot of court cards. Definitely some fire signs active in you, in your chart, or a person that you're dealing with is definitely a fire sign. You guys could be of young age, or this person could be of a young age. Also, there could be a earth sign here as well of a young age, maybe 25. So I'm getting 25 and younger, maybe for some up or around that age range. The King of Cups can be a little bit an older person, so this could be you. Also, it could be that you have a water sign person in your life as well. So it could be a Pisces with the 10 of Cups. So with the 10 of Cups, I feel like you just want some sort of overall joy and stability with this person, some happiness. It could be that this is your partner and there's kids involved. With these pages, they can definitely represent children. The Knights can also represent young children, young adults. So it could be that you guys have a family together, or you wish to have a family with this person. You may have a child and they may have a child, or some children, and you guys want to have a blended family. I also feel that there's this desire to want to elevate what is between you into something higher, okay? Because you do feel like there's a potential that this connection can be very fulfilling with these tens here. You have two tens, that this person could potentially be the one, this person that completes you, or maybe this is a person that you already have an established bond with, but you want to take it to the next level, which could be for some of you having kids. That could be the next level of your connection in your eyes. With the Wheel of Fortune here, it's like Spirit is saying inevitably that there will be an elevation in your love life. There is going to be a completion of a cycle in your love life. And I feel like that's for the better because you have positive cards here. The fact that you have a lot of court cards says that you have a lot of influence in your love life around you. But outside of the court cards, you have the Ten of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like this is a positive omen. This is a positive shift in your love life. Could also be changes in your finances for the better, okay? So by being with someone on a romantic level could also be that there's a change in your finances on a positive level. Maybe you guys are able to finally buy a home, or you guys can finally take that trip or vacation that you've always wanted to take or something, with you and your partner. So if you're asking about a person, it could be that this person lives far from you. There may be travel involved. This person may be a little bit of hard to catch. Like if this is your partner, they may travel for business or work or whatever. This person could be a little bit of an adventurous person. They don't really like to stay in one place. I could also get that your partner may be younger than you. In some sense, you may feel like this person is a little, they don't have any responsibilities outside of this connection. No kids, they just like to have fun. Could also be that you're dealing with a person that's just, they may not be the most reliable person. Or this may not be a reliable counterpart for you because it's more so that this person may just be here to bring some sort of spark into your life. I feel like it's definitely meant for this person to have come in your life and maybe even if they're still present, be in your life at this time. But I don't feel like there's a strong guarantee that this person is meant to be in your life long term if you're just dating or there's a potential love interest of yours. For some of you who are completely single and you're not, interested in anybody or pining after anyone or anything like that, it could be that this is a person that's coming into your life, but I don't feel like they're necessarily here to stay because you have a lot of wands, court cards. You have the Page of Wands and the Knight. So I feel like this person may be here to bring some important letter or message to you, or they represent something of its significance. Like they represent a significant message in your life. So this person, also if this is your partner, someone that you're dating, again, I feel that this person kind of comes and goes. They do enough to keep you kind of loyal and available to them if this is a dating situation. If this is your partner and you guys have a thing together, I get that, it could be good news is that if there's some sort of separation, like you and your partner may spend a lot of time away from each other, that they could be coming back. Some of you guys may be hearing back from an ex. I'm just warning some of y'all now. I'm going to just be real straight up that this person, if this is an ex that you haven't heard from in a while or they come and go, I feel like it's a pattern with the Wheel of Fortune. Like you already know what the pattern is, I feel, with these wands here. This person comes and goes due to sex, and I feel like they may be very used to you sexually, or they may be very comfortable with you sexually. They may hold your sexual relationship in a high regard. And I feel like they just kind of come and go. If you're cool with that, that's fine. But I just get there's something inconsistent about these pages. The page and the wand, sorry. The Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands is something very not consistent and unreliable about, just fleeting, basically. So I do see that. And for some of you, it could be you might get, if you've been single for quite some time and you haven't really had any action, there is a possibility for a hookup for you, if that's what you're into. But Spirit is supportive of you having a stable foundation with someone. It could be that the person that's meant for you may also not live in the same proximity as you and may require a little bit of travel or just maybe a little bit of a driving distance, not too much. But this person seems to be very stable. and has something to offer. So it's like you'll know the difference between the one and the person that's like kind of like a waste of energy and time based off of the efforts and the energy. Some of you guys may be like very drawn to people that are very sporadic, very spontaneous, very fun, carefree, people that seem to just don't care. Or you like the chase, or you like to chase someone, or you like the fact that someone may be chasing you. But there's something about consistency that spirit is more so wanting you to focus on. But there actually may be someone around you that has something to offer you. They don't have to be an earth sign, but I definitely feel like this person is down to earth. They're very grounded, very mature. Even if they may be younger than you, this person is going to show you that they have an interest. It's not the other way around. It's not going to be like, come get me and come chase me, or where you have to chase people. It's not going to be that, but it's up to you what you're willing to, deal with. But I just feel spirit is more supportive of this Knight of Pentacles energy, where this person is more consistent, more reliable, more willing to give something to the connection. Okay. And this is not to say that they want you to force yourself to like people, because that's not authentic. That's forging a connection. And for some of you, I feel like you might already be forging connections with people, like trying to make something happen, trying to get someone to like you, or you want them to chase you, and it's like this imbalanced energy. But Spirit is saying like a person that's consistent, where you feel them and they feel you, and you guys actually give something to one another that, is reliable. Because I get it, like these types of energies can be exciting sometimes, but it can be exhausting after a while. It can exhaust you. But if this is your partnership, there may be some more consistency and stability that's coming in. And it may be challenging because it's like communication may be off between you and this person. They could be busy with work. You could be busy with work if this is your partner. But the King of Cups in reverse is like some of you may be feeling like you don't want to give anything to anybody. You're tired of giving emotionally. You're tired of being taken advantage of, it seems. Or it's just like you might decide to focus on yourself right now and what makes you happy. Or maybe you're still trying to figure out what it is that you want in an existing relationship, or maybe a potential future connection if you're completely single. I feel like you're very focused on that. But the key word, or the key words, are spiritual connection. So we have many spiritual connections with people. We're spiritual beings. So every connection holds some sort of importance. Some may be stronger than the others, but I do feel like you do have a spiritual connection with more than one person. Or there's, elements of the spiritual connection could be for lessons, certain parts of your journey and phases of your journey. You may meet, significant people. Does not mean that it's meant to be something romantic, or it's meant to be something long lasting, or what have you. It's some sort of importance. And I do see healing is also part of this, and also pushing you out of your comfort zone, and also helping you to discern what it is that you really wish to invest your time and energy in, and how you want to go about that. So hopefully this resonates with you, those of you who it's meant to resonate with. If it did, feel free to like the video. You guys could share this video with someone, or my channel, or my videos with someone you feel may resonate or have use for it. Also, if you guys would like to subscribe, don't forget to do so. Don't forget to check the description if you guys would like to book me for a reading. Take advantage of my spooky sale. Again, you guys can check my community section or my latest video about that. It's available all of October. So much love to y'all. Take care. Have a blessed week. Peace.